Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Hope you guys are ready. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Hope you guys are ready to get this day started. Let's do the introduction right fast. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. Don't forget on YouTube, we have over 400 shows there. We have the podcast, we have the books, and we have the movie. So do all the things. It costs nothing to share. Good morning, Cousin Carl. Good morning. I was looking for this quote and I cannot find it. I can't find it. I don't know where it went. And if you share, can you tag me so I can properly tell you thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the show yesterday. I know I did. I had a good time. Let's always have a good time on the show. We talked about the ability to reject negativity, feeling certain about yourself. We talked about being authentic and what that looks like. Like, what does being authentic really mean? What does that mean? All right, so you know what? I'm going to start looking for this quote. I was thinking I could find it, but I cannot. And I keep falling to the one that I don't want to use, so apparently that's the one that I need to use. Dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You are embarking on a journey to awaken your sacred dreams. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. You will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. That is not the quote of the day that I wanted to use, but every time I flip the page, I come back to that one. So that quote of the day is for somebody. And it comes out of the book, The Awakened Woman. If you want a good book to read, The Awakened Woman is a really, really good book. Okay. Dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. Because you are on a new journey to awaken your sacred dreams. And you will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. And I talk all the time about knowing, about trusting your root and trusting your center. And you will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. And you will need to be symbolically whole. And as I read that, it's really going to tie in. Thank you. It's really going to tie in with the thought of the day today, which is redirection and letting go. Redirection and letting go is the thought of the day. I want to talk about that, about redirection and what that means for you. So a lot of times here on the Fearless Morning Show, I give you steps to live past crazy, okay? I'm the only Live Past Crazy specialist. Or I give you insight on what I'm going through, whatever. Today, I want to talk about redirecting and letting go when you have met a circumstance, person, place, or thing, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, that challenges you, right? And how do you know when helping you can't help anymore, when to let go, and when to redirect yourself? And sometimes it is the redirecting of ourselves that helps others, that helps a person, place, thing, mental, emotionally, physically, financially. Redirecting in terms of, I'm going to let this go. because at some point there is nothing additional that you can do. You have prayed all the prayers. You have done all the things. You have said all the words. And at some point, you have got to redirect yourself. Now, if you assume, or if you think like, this is my plan in life to do this one thing, and if you call yourself helping people, I'm all for it. Of course, I want you to be healed before you hurt somebody else, right? But if you call yourself helping someone, it can also be mentally, emotionally exhausting to overhelp people who don't want help. There are some people that enjoy chaos and crazy. And it's at that point, whether it is a friendship, and I've been there, relationship, careership, and religionship, at some point you have to say, I understand that I have played my part in this journey for you. And now it's time for me to redirect and let go. Good morning, Miss Nicole. Got my shirt on, Miss Nicole. And so you have to learn to redirect yourself. And what is that? What are you going to get by redirecting? Because I don't want us to think that if we stop helping someone, that all is lost. I'm guilty of that. Good morning, Shakira. I'm guilty that if I stop helping this person, place, thing, if I stop being this person's friend, if I stop pouring positivity into this person, their whole life will be lost. At some point, friend, they have got to take responsibility for the result that they are seeking themselves. I am all for positive Patty. I am she. I'm going to find the silver lining in every little thing. But there comes a point when you have to decide if the situation calls for you to continuously be positive, or if it calls for you to understand that it's time for you to redirect yourself. Because you will spend all of your energy, all of your mental capacity, your financial, your emotional capacity on one thing that doesn't serve you or them or it. So as we redirect ourselves, we have to release ourselves from feeling bad about letting go. Me. Don't feel bad about letting go if you have done all that you know you can do. Right? And if I know I've done all I can do, and it is the redirecting of myself, it may be the very thing that mental, emotional, physically, financial thing may need. So if it is my current reality and I have worked it to the bone, it may simply mean I need to walk away from this. If it's a friendship, and y'all know that friendship I had that was really hard for me for years, that I had to let it go and redirect myself and then redefine who I was. I want us to be clear that in the overhelping of people, because sometimes you can overhelp. In the overhelping of people, they can strip you of who you are. And it's not because you're a bad person. It's not because they're a bad person. It's not because mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, religion. It is simply because it is the chaos that is the situation. Good morning, Miss Love. So it's not that they don't want your help. They don't know how to receive it. And if you try to keep forcing it on them, and they're not ready to begin that healing process, they will engulf you, draw you into their crazy. You will begin to act outside of your character. You'll begin to think differently about yourself. You'll begin, and this is how you know you may need to be redirected. And please, honey, be like, in this instance, learn from me. Don't be like JoJo and stay and try to fix it. Listen, pack up your little bag and go on about your business. Because what will happen is they engulf you, or if that religion engulfs you into closing your mind to God, because God can't be put inside of a box, because he's the creator of the entire universe. Or if it tries to restrain you or change you to what you no longer regard as part of you, as it sucks you in, at that point, friend, you have got to, as this says, you got to have a sturdy root. Because what will happen if your root is not sturdy? When doubt and fear seep in, you will no longer be whole. And you got to be sturdy here in your root to understand that. Meaning you got to be strong in your character, strong in your mindset to understand that I would love to help you. I would love to help mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, religion, whatever. Insert your situation there. But if it is sucking you in and the chaos now becomes yours, you have to decide, is this what you want to participate in? Right? Is this the thing that I want to participate in? And then, is it causing me to change who I am at my core? Am I changing my character? Am I changing the words that are coming out of my mouth? Is it making me doubt who I am, what I am? Is it destroying my confidence? Is it eating what? And I love the Song of Solomon. In there, she says that we got to tend to our garden, tend to our garden, which is love, before the little foxes come and eat away at things. And people who are not mindful and respectful of the words that come out of their mouth, those are the little foxes. They come and they eat away at your confidence. They eat away at your mindset. They eat away at your character. And before you know it, you're like, that hurts. Or a part of you is missing because they're not mindful that they're pinching away, or you're not mindful that they're pinching away pieces of you every day. And it is essential, right, that you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. You understand the words that are being received to you, and if you want to receive them or not. At this point, right there, where people say words to you, and it begins to seep into your mental, and it makes you doubt or lessen your confidence, right? Here is where you got to, like we talked about yesterday, be that doorkeeper. Honey, I'm the gardener of all of this. Whether I am causing a disruption to uproot what was just given to me, close the doors on what was given to me, and say, I can't, I refuse. I'm not participating in that. Now, if you choose to do that, and you may say, but I really like this person, I really love this person, it doesn't make you love them any less. It means you love them so much. We're going to go back to honoring boundaries. I honor you and like you so much that from this point, I cannot go and you can't come. I can't go with you. You can't come with me. And we part ways. That is not leaving any sister behind, because I am all for my sister's keeper, my brother's keeper, my family keeper. I'm all for that thing. But this is a journey that as we walk together, we walk alone. Meaning, I am here to hold space for whatever sister or brother that needs. But eventually, what JoJo had to do was come to the realization that if I want to not live in this chaos, then my next step has got to be outside of it, whatever that is for me. And until that person, place, or thing comes to that realization, they will cause destruction wherever they go. There will be destruction, mayhem, and death wherever they go. It may not be a physical death, but it could be a mental or emotional death to everything and everybody. And we have to decide if we're going to redirect ourselves and let go. And it is okay to do that. And in the redirection of yourself, you now have to do an assessment. So y'all know over here on Team Abundance, right? And you can't just be on Team Abundance. We're going to do an assessment, and we're going to ask you some questions about being on Team Abundance. And if you are redirecting yourself out of a situation, so for me, it was leaving my ex-abuser, right? So if I got slapped in the head and punched in the mouth, thrown out the car for 2 years, I've got to do a reassessment, right? even in the beginning when I didn't even know what that was. But I need to take an assessment of what has been taken away from me. Where is the injury? Is the injury in my mind? Is it in my spirit? Is it in my heart? Is it in my mouth? Is it physically? Is it in my reality? You got to take an assessment of where the damage has been done. Y'all know, like, you've been in the insurance, you've been hurt in the insurance company, send somebody out if you've been in an accident, and they take an assessment of the damage. You need to do the same thing. Get your paper, your pencil, square it up. Where has the damage been mentally, emotionally, physically, financially? Where has it been? Flip it over. How am I going to correct that? What does that correction look like? I want us to be clear that our healing is our own. We can heal and grow as fast as we want to. When I got that realization, my healing took place a lot faster. Now, I've been on this journey for 17 years. Let's be clear, for 17 years. But when I began the baby steps, and listen, we celebrate day one, not 1 day, because 1 day's never come. And when I began to celebrate day one of my growth process, the faster it became, the faster the healing came, because I was willing to do the work. So as you do the redirecting of yourself, and you're saying, okay, this is no longer serving me, whether it is me thinking this way mentally, is this way serving me? Me feeling this way emotionally, is it serving me? Me not paying attention to my finances, is this serving me? As you redirect yourself, you need to take an assessment. There's 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet. Go be quiet and take an assessment where the damage has been done. What needs to be corrected? What needs to be redirected? And honey, what needs to be let go? And not apologize in the letting of the go. Don't apologize for that part. And if we're true, most of us, me included, we stay in friendships, relationships, religions, careers, because we want to prove something to the person who said we couldn't. I got my master's degree simply because my ex-abuser told me I was stupid. And if you know me, that's one. If y'all want to see JoJo get hot, tell me I'm stupid. Tell me that, and I'm ready to fight you like I'm truly from North Carolina. Union Mills, honey, I run on rocks, barefoot. I'm ready for all the things. And I had to reassess, why am I doing this thing? Because it's not going to satisfy you. There's somewhere in the Bible, it says, why do you work for a thing that satisfies you not? So I wasn't satisfied with my master's degree because I was working for it for somebody else's reasoning to prove to them who I was. That's not going to work, friend. You won't be satisfied. You will still be missing something. You'll still be missing and wishing and thinking, well, what else can I do to prove that I'm this? And it's never going to come. Now, the PhD is for JoJo. That's for me. Nobody else. It's not to prove anybody wrong. It's not to prove anybody right. It's what I desire. So as we redirect ourselves and as we begin to let go and we take this assessment, right? What is it? What damage has been created? How do you want to move from here? And it may take you taking time for yourself to say, I need a moment to rebuild my confidence in this. I need a moment to mentally assess this. I need a moment to think about this emotion. And listen, church got me good. Church had me, I didn't go to church for a good year and a half after I left my ex-abuser. I didn't go to church because there was nothing there for me, because I was associating it with the hurt that I received. It wasn't until I began to take an assessment and redirect myself and let go of things that I began to understand that. But if you're in a place with a person, place, a thing that is not willing to take a look at it, honey, you can't stop a hurricane. You cannot stop it. You can't stop a runaway train. You can stand there and hope and wish with all your might. And unless it is willing to understand the destruction, and sometimes Sometimes the destruction has to come for the growth to become more, for the growth to be real. Because some of us, we can grow fakely. Does that make sense? Like, I can grow, but it ain't real. I can move past it, but I'm in the back of my mind, it's still here. Which brings us to the quote today. Dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path. You are embarking on a journey to awaken your sacred dreams. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. You will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. And if at any time you bump up against anybody who challenges that, so some people don't like when you challenge their concept of themselves. Maybe that's you. Maybe you don't like when people challenge your self-concept of yourself. I don't want anybody to challenge how I'm thinking, because I think just fine. And when somebody challenges that, your first thought is to retaliate, to hurt. It is because they love to protect their limitations. And if that person is bound and determined to protect their limitations, and as Breanne Brown, either you're going to stand inside of your story and own it, or you're going to stand outside of your story and hustle your worthiness. If they're standing in their story and they're fighting for every limitation, you don't understand. You can't help me. Can't nobody help me. Ain't no good men. I'm determined to be broke. My family has always been broke. I'm determined to be sick. Everybody in my family has asthma. Everybody around me has diabetes. If they're determined to hold on to that story, friend, there's no room for you to come in to give them anything positive, because they will fight you. They will fight you because they will honor their limitations first. And if you see that they're going to honor their limitations, I need you and all the niceness that you have, pack up your little toys and mind your business. And we talked about that on Monday. Nice no. That we were taught to be nice to people, and we stopped saying no. And sometimes us being overly nice is us really seeking validation from that person. We don't want to be rejected, but we've already rejected ourselves. Because we've been taught to be overly nice, we don't share our opinion. We're taught, don't make a fuss, be nice to people. But when you were a kid, you said what you thought. One is because then you didn't have the constraints of the world. Your spirit was wide open, so you could see what somebody was bringing to you and say, no, I don't want to play with you because you're mean. And that was their final answer. Trust me, had I listened to Courtney 17 years ago, I would not be here. 17 years ago, Courtney said, Mommy, that's a mean man. Don't marry him. And I overrode her. I was like, he's not mean. She stayed locked up in her room for 2 years. Kids know. And being nice sometimes is going to be to your own destruction. If you're spending all your time to make somebody else happy and you're last on the list, you are causing rejection inside of yourself, and you will never be able to do enough for anybody you encounter to make you feel good. You can't serve enough on the usher board. You can't be missionary enough, honey. I couldn't serve them churches anymore. Honey, there's nothing more I could do as a deaconess, because I was serving everybody else other than myself, thinking that was what's going to make me happy. And I want us to be clear. If you want to be a service to other people, you got to first service yourself. That's not being, what's the word I want to say? That's not saying you better than anybody else. It's not being selfish. That's the word. You can't serve until you serve yourself. Please go back and watch Miss Nicole. I learned that lesson. That nice no will eat you up every time. If I'm last on the list, I am rejecting myself. I have nothing left to give you. I am the best mother when I service myself first. Mental, emotionally, physically, and financially. And honey, pick a box. You ain't got to start them all at one time. Pick one and work your way up. Work your way up. And on Tuesday, you can devote your life to stay in your comfort zone, or you can work on your freedom. And if you find yourself in a situation where you don't know if you need to let go or redirect, I need you to do step one, which is to be quiet. Get your honey, and after you be quiet for 5 minutes, no phone, no paper, no nothing. Just let your thoughts come. After that 5 minutes, now grab your paper and list out what's not serving you. Get clear with yourself, because self-care is gangster. Okay? You got to be real about that thing. Be clear about what you need to let go of, and be clear that it's not serving you. Because if you have to put at the end of the sentence, but at least it's not as bad as that, at least they don't do that, then you're justifying why you have to stay. And if you have to justify why you, listen, again, you don't have to justify anything. You don't have to explain, justify anything to me. I'm just want to give you something to think about and make you go, Sometimes you have done all that you can do, friend. That's my new word. I love that word for some reason. And what I found is that when I say the word friend, people are more friend. I found more friends, and they've been more friendly. Conversations have been amazing when I insert that word, by the way. But friend, you've done all that you can do in that situation. It's time now to redirect and let go. That means you have explained to everybody enough why you want to do a thing. You've explained it so much that they don't believe that you're going to do it. They don't believe you. They could care less, because they just know you're going to talk about it. You ain't really about to be about it. So you've explained enough. You've talked about it enough. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, Kiva. You've explained that enough. You've explained, I'm hurt. You've said it enough. You've said, that hurt my feelings enough. You've said, I don't like that. That's disrespectful. You said that enough. You ringing the bell and saying, hoo, wait a minute. You've said that enough, and I don't like it. And if they're not paying attention, honey, they don't care. Y'all, I'm looking at the other camera over here. They don't care. They don't care. You need to redirect yourself and let go. Freedom sometimes is in the letting go. Be peaceful, period, is in the letting go. So if you have to think about if this is a situation where you need to redirect yourself, get out that piece of paper and see where you are willingly participating in somebody's chaos when they don't want you. They don't want your help, and they tell you daily they don't want your help. They tell you in ways where you know, and here's the thing, they don't respect wise words. Wise words may be coming out of your mouth. They don't respect it. They may not be in a place to receive them yet. Now you, as Rosie calls it, you have been a seed planter. You have planted the seed. Friend, sometimes that's all you can do. Plant the seed and walk away. And allow them to tend to that garden. Just like your garden in good ground, and people can throw bad seeds on you. Honey, you're going to go plant a good seed in them. Redirect yourself. Don't allow it to overcome you so it becomes your personal job to pull this person out of crazy. That was me. I saw so many sisters I wanted to help. If I could just talk to her long enough, I was exhausted at the end of the day. And that sister didn't want nothing to do with me. She didn't care about wise words. They didn't care whether you pointed it out. They were happy and content in that. So you over-explaining it, you saying, I don't like it. If none of those things are working, friend, it's time to redirect. It's time to redirect. Because if we keep going back, the cycle continues. It's never going to stop. It will get faster. It will cause more destruction. And the destruction will be greater. And the destruction may be you, mental or emotionally or physically. Hear how you feel. Like to the point it eats away at your self-esteem. How you think about yourself. It will have you second guessing you when you know who you are. So maybe it's time to redirect. And as much as we want to help, someone mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, help move them out of their environment, help them think a different way, love them more. Sometimes you need to let it go. And you need to understand when it's your time to redirect. And if you don't know when that point is, do the square up exercise today. Jojo, how do I know when it's time to redirect? How is it affecting you mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially to interact with person, place, or thing, job, career, friendship, relationship? How is it affecting you? Some of us, our best friends, we need to let go of. Not in hurt, but in love to save yourself. Because at that point, you're not a good friend. You're not a good friend yourself. From this point, I cannot go and you cannot come. That is me honoring you. And I can love you. It doesn't mean I don't love you. This was a hard thing for me to get. Because I was like, but I love them. They my friend. And I cried. But guess what? Life went on. And I found that I had more peace for myself. And that I was better off I was better off loving them from afar than I was up close. Because from afar, I can send you all the positive energy, honey, all the prayers, whatever, lights, love, hugs. I can send you all of that from here. Because up close, they will eat. Like the fox in the garden, they'll pinch away at you. And before you know it, your self-esteem, your confidence, everything has taken a hit. And you find yourself sitting in a corner like doubting who you are, doubting your character, doubting why you even started in the first place. So don't you dig deep into the chambers of your heart and build and if you've already built a foundation of strength, right, and confidence on this path, I need you to stay there. Don't allow somebody to pinch away at it. You've explained enough. It's time to do something about it. You have said, I want the best for you. And you have laid the groundwork. What I'm very clear is that to be my sister's keeper, I've got to get to the final destination first. I then leave clues along the way. And if my sister needs me, now I can help. I can't help her or him if I'm dying with you. And that may mean JoJo needs to redirect herself and let go so that I can do that. And sometimes that's what they need to see. Even in the appearance of lack, there is abundance. Even when you think all is lost, there is abundance everywhere that you seek. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong center. You will need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be symbolically whole. And if you're not whole, you're not going to help that person anyway. They will drag you in, and both of y'all will be sitting over there having a pity party crying about, girl, and can we stop saying the word broke? Girl, I'm so broke. I ain't got no money. Ain't no good men. Don't nobody. And before you know it, you down in that rabbit hole with them, speaking their language, when it's a language you ain't said in a very long time. So on this lovely day, I want you to have the most amazing day ever. And if you missed yesterday, we talked about being authentic to who you are and what does that look like, right? And if you don't understand your values, somebody will give you theirs and you'll be forced to live them. Think about your relationships, your friendships, your career. Do those values line up to yours? And if they don't, you're living theirs. So if you don't understand your values, somebody will give you theirs and you'll be forced to live them and you'll be angry and upset. So be authentic. You need to be authentic to understand your values and to live by them so that when something comes to eat away or break at you, you're instantly aware. Now I'm instantly aware. Oh, wait a minute. What? This is not me. Why am I acting this way? Why am I allowing this person, place, or thing to cause a change in me when the only thing that has changed in my atmosphere is the interjection of something new? Then that's the thing that you need to adjust. It is a privilege, friend, to be your friend. It is a privilege to be their friend. And we've got to, as we respect that relationship, things change. If they don't, I had to learn this the hard way. They don't respect you, friend, if they continuously hurt you, or if you have to continuously say, don't do that. Because what is clear, when you respect someone, if you care mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, you are aware of what you're doing and the impact it has on those around you. Now, if they haven't gotten to that growth process part yet, that's cool. But everybody is aware whether they respect someone enough to do it. And I understood that they weren't respecting me because JoJo was always going to be like, that's okay. Nice. No, that's okay. I wouldn't even let people apologize to me. I would, before they start apologizing, I'd be like, girl, no, that's okay. Now I let them apologize. I let that awkward silence sit and let you apologize. Because I used to be that nice. No, don't even worry about it. No, apologize. And if they understand, and let's be clear, they understand the words, the actions that are coming out of their mouth. They just not have found it important enough to respect you with their words and their actions. And when you understand that, you're at the point of redirecting and letting go. That's where you are. So if you have a question about it, that's the answer. Okay? There it is. They don't respect you. If they did, and this is what I found, having the same conversation 50 times, it ain't that they don't know. They don't care. They don't respect that. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, career, friendship, relationship, insert whatever you want. If the same thing keeps happening, that's crazy. That's chaos. You are the only common denominator in this square. This you the circle that connects all four of these. You, my friend, are the common denominator. So as you begin to impact one square at a time, you change the things that are around you. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. So in this lovely game, I hope this has helped somebody. If it has, please let me know, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. And this is truly something I had to go through, redirecting and letting go. And going through the pain of letting go of people, places, and things that I thought I would never let go of. Including family. Including mindsets about how I think about family. Including how I thought about myself. And at some point in this circle, you're going to get to the ugly realization, friend, well, dog, I was causing maybe 25% of this crazy myself because I kept showing up. Hey to the men, including family, Miss Nicole. Thank you, Shakira. Let me tell you, JoJo needed to hear that. I needed that. Because I can love, y'all know my mama. I love my mama to death. At some point, I had to redirect and let go. I love my sister. Redirect and let go. It doesn't mean I cut ties. That's not what that meant. It meant mentally, emotionally, I stopped participating in that because I had to service me first. So that as I service me, I'm now a better daughter and sister to all my brothers and sisters first. So now when they come to me with their worst, I'm at my best. But that means I'm got to step away and redirect and let go. Square it up. I'm at the center of all of this. This is your world right here. And friend, you make the world go round. So figure that out today. Take some time today. You got a few minutes before the day starts. Honey, on your lunch break, take you a minute. Don't even take no paper. Just think about it. And then go write it out. So on this lovely day, please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. And listen, don't apologize. If you don't get nothing from me, don't apologize for wanting more for yourself and then passing that along to your family. Because sometimes to give more to your family, you got to step away, do it for you, and then come back and get them. For Sister Rise Retreat, honey, coming up October, okay? October 15th through the 17th. In order for me to get to this point where I could do Sister Rise, I had to go ahead, heal, do all the things so that now when I'm ready to help another sister, the healing has already taken place. It has already happened. And you need to do that for yourself. In order for you to help your family, you've got to be healed and whole, mental, emotionally, physically, and financially. Now you can bring your family with you. It is our wish that they could come as we go, but sometimes they cannot. From this point, I cannot go, you cannot come. And you need to be the abundance that they see, even in the appearance of lack. Even in the appearance of lack, you need to be the abundance they see. Even if they say, that Judge, you just too much. But I'm the abundance you need to see so that you know that there is more out there. Because if I don't ever show you abundance, where you going to get it from? And some people need to know that they don't have to wait on death to be free. You can be free mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, whenever you so choose. And friend, you may be the light in your family that shows them that freedom of all those things is possible. Let me show you the abundance of the thing. And abundance is not a bad word because you can have more than your previous share of abundance. So even if you think there's lack, friend, I'm about to be that shining light so you know that there's abundance in all things everywhere. If you're a God's girl, it says, how much more pleasure does it give him to do? If he takes care of all the things, how much more pleasure? And we are king's kids. We live in the kingdom. You are a kingdom citizen. You have certain rights as a citizen in this kingdom. Friend, exercise your rights. Simply use what you have been given. Use them. And listen, I don't know why I feel like I want to cry. As you use those things that you've been given, somebody else is going to be reminded that they have tools too. Like, wait a minute. Now, JoJo's using that. I think I got that. And they're going to go look in their storehouse and see what they got. Take assessment. 5 keys to the past grade. No one, be quiet. And when you be quiet, you get to take an assessment of what you got in your house. Honey, build that foundation. Come on now. I don't know who that was for. Maybe it was for me. A to the man. Here's the quote of the day. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. Friends and family don't have Facebook. I have 900 videos. I'm up to loading 400 and something over there on YouTube. So go watch those 400. I've been doing this for 4 years, 5 days a week. Show up every day. Show up. As you begin to redirect, it's going to cause you to show up every single day. Show up every day. Dig deep into the private chambers of your heart and build a foundation of strength and confidence on this path towards empowerment. You are embarking on a journey to awaken your sacred dreams. You will need bravery and confidence and a strong root and a strong center. You'll need a sturdy root to hold on to when doubt and fear seep in. You will need to be whole. Kiba, A to the man, honey. Thank you. I receive that. Y'all, as you redirect, let go, receive wise words. Receive the blessings that others want to give you. Don't reject them. Kiba has taught me that over and over. Kiba, I don't know if you know that, but you have taught me that over and over again. When Kiba calls out of the blue to tell me something that I needed to pour into me, I don't say, girl, no, I receive it. Receive well. Heal well. As you heal well, you can receive well. Because you got the giving part down. You can give till you have nothing left. It's time now to receive. And in the receiving, you're able to help more. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. Please tag me so I can properly tell you thank you, because sometimes it is days before I see that somebody shared the video. So I appreciate you. Please make sure you check out Sister Rise Retreat. I'm going to put the link here. I'm telling you, this is not for everybody. And I'm going to be doing some lives to talk about that more. If you assume God is inside of a religion or inside of a box, this is not the place for you. Okay? If you just beginning your journey, I don't know if this is the place for you. You might want to do the Live Past Crazy Blueprint. You might want to do one-on-one coaching. The Sister Rise Retreat is for if you started and you know now that my energy is sacred, meaning the God in me is so powerful. I've got to protect it from others who want to take from you. Let's be clear. When people come to take from you, it is because they see the power that is inside of you and they want that. That's why they keep showing up. That's why they keep coming back. And you have to realize that RISE, which stands for Revitalizing Individual Sacred Energy, that you, as you revitalize, take care of your individual power, how you can then best use it out in the world to serve those even more. But first, you got to understand it and you got to protect it. So please make sure you check it out. It is not, I'm telling you, it's not for everybody. 12 tickets only. It will be in Hilton Head, South Carolina. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You will have a private chef. You will be sharing a room with a sister, okay? You will be sharing rooms. It will be a true sisterhood. We had such a great time last year. Nobody wanted to leave. And they are all, some of them walked away best friends in a weekend. So come with the open mind. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget, the book club is tonight. I will post a link to that as well. We are doing book 2 of mine, which is Transition to Freedom. And all the people are getting, I'm doing workbooks, so they're getting a workbook to go with book 2. So if you want to join, it is free. It's from 7:30 to 8:30 tonight. So you can, as a number, you can dial. It's Zoom, so you can call in and you can ask me any question. It's every Thursday as we go through this book. We did book 1, and you can purchase the workbook for book 1, Fearless Woman, if you like as well. So I think that's everything. Don't forget, May 22nd, I will be doing the Queen's Symposium. I'm one of the keynote speakers there. We're talking about empowerment of the mind. In August, I will be in Tampa. I'm the keynote speaker for the Empowerment Summit there. Honey, we're talking all things leadership and what you need to do as a leader. So I hope you guys join me. I would appreciate it if you do. October, of course, is the Sister Rise Retreat. So I think that's everything I got going on right now. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning and being part of the Fearless Morning Show family. So I hope you have the most amazing day ever, honey. Be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.